Good morning, YouTube followers. So, welcome back to my blooming diaries. I think this is the fourth video. Don't judge me though. So, I am now 29 weeks. So, I'm giving you my update for my 29th week. So let's see. This week has been pretty good. I haven't had any appointments this week. I was scheduled for a follow-up appointment next week, but I canceled that appointment because I don't particularly like the doctor that I was having to follow up with. So what I'm going to do is maybe between today, tomorrow, I am going to reschedule because when I had the appointment and I was trying to reschedule it, for some reason, I just got a little distracted. A message came through, but anyway, for some reason, the only way I could the only thing that was popping up when I was trying to reschedule was for the same day, and it was with the same doctor. And I'm like, no. So, I had already been contemplating doing that, and then upon chatting with my doula, like after I chatted with her, I just made the decision that's what I was doing, and I did that the very next day. And so now I'm going to reschedule because I don't particularly care for that doctor because based on, and I believe I did talk about this, this is the doctor that was from the hospital, the one that kept coming in with the NICU team and just saying a bunch of bull crap. And so just based on my assessment of her from the hospital and then even from the visit, even though she tries to mask things, you know what I'm saying, like really well, like she comes off with this, like, or tries to come off with this pleasant type of energy, but you can tell that there's an agenda behind her pleasantry. And that agenda, I believe, is she's pro C-section. And the reason why, you have doctors out here who are pro C-section is because C-section is more money. So even though everything is showing up great, my labs are showing up great, the baby's measuring great, all that kind of stuff. I noticed at this appointment that I had my last appointment that I had with her, she would find a way to slip something in about C-section. So that being said, I'm like, okay, your agenda is C-section, and what you are going to, or what I think that you are going to attempt to do is in some way or another try to bombard me, make me feel like I need to get a C-section, and I don't need that. Like I've expressed in all these videos, and I express with everyone, pregnancy is a time where no matter who you are more vulnerable, you are more sensitive, your emotions are ebbing and flowing, and you just don't need all of that. You need to focus on having the best pregnancy that you can have. And I know that whenever I'm not going to those appointments, I feel good. And whenever I do go to a majority of the appointments I've gone to, and this is something I've known as a doula, as a woman who has had multiple births, and I've dealt with them. I've dealt with the medical field. So this is something I know, but even in knowing this, even in observing this, when you experience it, especially being a pregnant woman, it's just taunting, and I'm not going to deal with that. I just noticed that majority of the time when I go to those visits, I walk away feeling not at peace. And I always have to reach out to either my partner or my doula to ground myself. I can ground myself too. What I do what I've started doing for myself is I've gotten back into affirmations, and so I've been watching like a lot of pregnancy affirmations right on YouTube, and that helps to ground me as well. But yeah, between listening to the affirmations, talking to my partner, talking to my doula, that's how I reground myself after going to these medical establishments. So yeah, this week has been a pretty good week. Couple things have happened here and there to kind of get at me, but there's nothing that I necessarily want to share in this blooming diary. For the most part, I want the focus to stay on my journey. I guess that could be considered my journey too, because it is. It's a part of my journey, but yeah, I don't feel like it's something that I need to share, the little couple of upsets I've had. But for the most part, I've been feeling really good this week. And I know part of it is because I have not had a prenatal appointment this week. Another part of it is I have been eating really well, and I've been having great energy lately throughout this pregnancy. My energy has not been the greatest. I've been exhausted. I've felt drained. I felt like I just couldn't get enough nutrients, all of this kind of stuff throughout this pregnancy. And now in the third trimester, and been incorporating different things into my diet, and I am feeling good. I have energy, and I've also been resting more. Listen to this, okay? Silence. So I've been getting more rest because, it's summer break. And school is out, so I'm not getting up as early. When school was in, even if I had a later work shift, I still had to get up early to assist my youngest two. In some capacity, they are independent in some areas, but in some areas I have to assist them. And so I have not been having to do that. So I've been able to get more rest, especially the nights that I deal with insomnia, because I am dealing with insomnia now. I've been dealing with insomnia actually for some time now, off and on. But just not having to get up so early in the morning helps me to deal with the insomnia. Like if I can't get back to sleep right away when I wake up in the middle of the night, and then when I wind up falling back to sleep, like maybe at like 5 something in the morning, I'm not getting right back up like an hour later, to be with my girls to help them get ready for school. So this week has been pretty good because I've been getting the much needed rest that I need. I have been eating the foods that are giving my body the vitality it needs, and the baby is I can feel the baby moving around even more, and the kicks are even stronger, the movements are even stronger. And what else? Yeah, that's pretty it. Yeah, so my older 3 children are getting back on track because they fell off track with some things in life, and they're getting back on track. And so that's a plus for me, because that's stressful sometimes when you have to go through that as a mom. And I just did orientation with this new healthcare agency. So I will have access to another healthcare agency, which is a plus for me because I like to stay working because of so many responsibilities that I do have. So, yeah, so things have been good. This has been a good week for me, so far. And happy Juneteenth. Um, Happy Juneteenth. Today is Juneteenth that I'm recording this on. I know it's pre-recorded, and by the time you see this, it will not be Juneteenth, but yeah, today's Juneteenth. And so, yeah, so, this week has been pretty good. I do have another ultrasound visit scheduled for like 2 weeks from now. I've been contemplating whether or not I'm going to go to it, just because all of the ultrasounds, just about all of it was only one ultrasound that was kind of iffy, and that was with the old doctor. And once I left that doctor and came to the practice that I'm at now, they just didn't see what that old doctor was seeing. And yeah, it was just something not right about that. But all of my ultrasounds have been good. And I know that they want to monitor me and the baby closer because they consider me high risk. But I feel like an ultrasound is high risk, and having to get it so much is just not healthy. And I know that things that I can eat and put in my body to help with those rays that are coming from the ultrasound, like seaweed, that's something good to combat. But yeah, I'm just not feeling the ultrasound. So I don't know. I'm contemplating whether or not I'm going to do the ultrasound, this next upcoming ultrasound. I will get another ultrasound eventually, before I get to the stage of where I am considered full term for sure. But I just don't know if I'm gonna do all the ultrasounds that they're recommending up until then, because I was just thinking about that, and I'm not feeling it. And then it's like every time that I get the ultrasound, my baby is like trying to get away. Is moving so much, and my baby is putting their hand over their face, and I'm like, what if that's happening because of all of that bull crap? So I don't know. I have to think on it, but I'll let y'all know when I do my next update. But yeah, it's morning time, and I haven't fully gotten out of the bed yet. But y'all noticed by now, all of my I think at least most of my blooming diaries have been with me in bed or in the middle of the night or whatever have you. So hopefully by now you're used to it. Yeah. But that's pretty much my update for this week. The baby is wonderful and moving around and growing and kicking. And I'm feeling really, really pregnant now, and I'm feeling good. And that's pretty much my update for this week. I still want to get with y'all and do a Blooming Diaries that shares the differences that I've noticed in being pregnant in my 40s versus being pregnant in my younger years, because like I was expressing, definitely is a difference. Now, it doesn't mean it's not doable. Of course, you see plenty of women in their 40s that, and close, it could be even in their 50s that, conceive and have a child. So it's not to say it's doable, but from my experience, and then from from me hearing other pregnant moms experience who are in their 40s, it definitely is a difference. Because your body is changing, your body chemistry is changing. And so I am a witness. I am a believer now that, even if you are leading a healthy life and or attempting to, and all that kind of stuff, that things change. Your body chemistry changes, which makes sense. That resonates with me. You're getting older and you're going through changes. And so yeah, you know, if you conceive at a later age, it is going to be different. And so I still want to do that diary for y'all. I don't know. Maybe the next one will be that one. Or maybe I'll do another one in a couple of days with that. I'm not sure. But I still have that on my mind. I haven't forgotten about that. I will do that. And then, you know, until next time, you know, y'all just stay blessed. And if you are a pregnant mama watching this, continue to have a blessed pregnancy. And be as happy as you can be during your pregnancy. And yeah, and glow. And so I will chat with y'all later when I give y'all another update. I will try to give y'all an update soon, but if not, you already know what the deal is. But I will be back in touch. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.